I'm Lee Lakosky, co-host of the Crush TV show on the Outdoor Channel, and we're here my wife Tiffany and I are here in Minnesota up at Tom Dawkins' place for the NASHTA World Shed Dog Trials. And you know, I had dogs my whole life. I mean, I grew up here in Minnesota, and I hunted deer in northern Minnesota. There weren't so many deer up there, so I spent most of my time actually duck and pheasant hunting here in Minnesota. And Tom Dawkins here trained my dogs back then, so I've known Tom for 25, 30 years. And when we started the TV show and really got into the deer hunting side, the duck hunting and pheasant hunting kind of took a back seat. So once we started our TV show and moved to Iowa, and Tiffany and I were on the road so much that we couldn't have a dog. So we went 10 years without having a dog because we were on the road. And my life right now is basically focused on deer hunting and deer management. So it was a couple years ago at an appearance I saw Tom again, and it was nice to see him. He's such a great guy, and we just got back in touch with him because I hadn't seen him in 10 years, and he started telling me about the shed dog stuff. And I've been shed hunting for 20 years. I mean, I've got thousands of sheds. I'm super passionate about anything deer. But when Tom started telling me about the shed dogs, it really perked my interest. And then at the time, Tiffany's mom moved down to Iowa as well. So it was like, just that same year, I started clicking that, hey, we actually can get a dog now because when we're on the road, her mom can watch the dog for us. So we got one, and Tom trained it for shed hunting. And actually since that time, Tiffany needed to get one of her own, and Linda needed one of her own. So we got 3 shed dogs in our house, and it is phenomenal. And through that, we got the dogs for shed hunting, but since then we picked up pheasant hunting and duck hunting again, in our off season from deer. So the funnest thing about having a dog, to all the bird hunters out there, that there's half the fun is watching your dog, and shed hunting is the same way. Shed hunting for so many years, and having a dog, just watching them pick them up and find the sheds that you'd never find. It makes shed hunting that much more fun. And our dogs, like I said, they bird hunt and pheasant and duck hunt as well, so it just really extends your season with them. Shed hunting, it just adds on to that, your pheasant season and duck season, something that you use your dogs for. It's so fun to watch them work. For us, shed hunting is, it's a huge part of what we do. It's part of our deer management. I know what deer made it through, and you can actually, you look at them, you get pictures of these deer all year, and you think, wow, they're probably a 3-year-old. You're guessing they might be 150s or 140s or 160s or whatever. It's so great to find those sheds and really actually put a tape on them and see how close you are. It really helps you judge deer. When you actually have the horn in your hand and for what you thought it scored compared to what it actually does, it just makes you that much more aware of scores and what they really score on the hook. So and not even just that, it's just where you find the sheds, and you kind of get to see where the deer spend most of their time. That's where you mostly find the sheds. So we went from, I lived in Minnesota finding 3-4 sheds a year possibly. When I first moved to Iowa, we were maybe finding 30 or 40. Now we're finding 300 and 400 sheds a year, and the dogs are a huge part of that. They can just cover so much more ground. They can smell them. They're just such an advantage with them. So the shed dogs for us, I'm just so glad that we ran into Tom at that appearance, because they've become such a huge part of our lives and part of our family, and just really help shed hunting, our shed hunting in general. Tiffany and her mom used to come out shed hunting with me a little bit, but now that they have their own dogs, I gotta get up at 4 in the morning to beat them out. So it's really just gets you into them. If you want to get to see your dog working, well, every time we go out, we're finding some anyway. So it's not, because when you walk, you can only cover so much ground. The dogs really help, and just this event here, this is the 3rd year, and it's grown more than doubled every year. And it's great to see so many people, 100 people here, and the World Shed Hunting Dog Trials. It's so much fun. It's a competition, but still you're around all the people that have dogs and love shed hunting, and it's just such a great organization, great group of people here. It's just something even though we have a busy schedule going all over the place, it's something that we'll never miss.